Going on, my friends? Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mustard reaper. These are one of my favorite mustard pods. I was gonna say one of my favorite reaper varieties, but it is my favorite reaper variety. There's no ifs, ands, buts or about it. You know what I mean? The mustard reaper is my favorite reaper variety that there is. It's just it's a fantastic pepper. First time I had one of these was, man, maybe 4 or 5 years ago from Linda McNew, Linda's Fiery Treats. This pepper, though, look at those gnarly little bumps on it. You know, it doesn't have a whole lot of them, but there's a few good ones on this side. See those ones right there in the middle? Yeah, but this is a beautiful, beautiful mustard, almost golden. So let's give it a go. My nose is already running. It's cold out here. I just got done reviewing a different pepper, but let's give this a run. I had to eat this today. It was calling my name. I've reviewed this pepper numerous times, and a couple of the other peppers that I reviewed prior to making this video were new peppers for me, so I had to get those in. And this pepper would last another week for sure, if not longer. But I gotta eat it. You know, it's just calling my name. Cheers, my friends. Oh, and this was grown at Lone Star Mastiff Farms by Gary Smith. Immaculate mustard flavor. Just incredible. Wow. It's crisp, it's crunchy. There's a little bit of a sweetness there. Wow, this is incredible. And it's like a sugary sweetness. This is weird. Weird in a good way. I'm digging it. It's fantastic. It's earthy. I could see where people think mustard pods are a bit bitter. A little bitterness here, but I kind of like it. This is one of the best tasting peppers I've had in a while. It might be a little bit underripe, and I think that's potentially why that sweetness is so prevalent. Because I don't get. There's one for the birds. Because I don't get sweetness from mustard pods, really. I'm trying to key in. I think there's been maybe a couple of times, and I think one of the other times was this season. I'd have to look back. It's got my nose It's got my nose activated just a little bit from what it already kind of was prior to starting this video. But man, that is just... he's building a little bit on it. I think that pod was a little underripe. I really do. Because it's... like I said, I've had plenty of mustard reapers before, and they're generally a scotch hotter than what this is. Now, this is a super late season pod, so that's probably playing into, you know, the equation here as well on that, is, you know, also because it had that just gorgeous olive mustard, golden olive mustard color, that really what you want to see in most mustard pods, right? You don't want them to be neon green. You don't want them to be jalapeno green or serrano green. You want them to look more mustard, right? Mustard is more of that in between. It's a yellow green mix, right? And this looked phenomenal, but the heat on this particular one, a little bit lower than I'm accustomed to with most Reaper varieties, but also within this variety of Reaper as well. You know, I ate three other super hots, or two other super hots and another hot pepper. You know, I'm filming a couple other videos prior to this. It's possible that's playing into it as well, maybe a little bit, but I don't think so. I would say this is still close to, you know, probably at that ghost pepper heat level. It might be a little bit, yeah, it might. This one might only be coming in at like the 700,000-800,000. And for a mustard reaper, that's about normal, I would surmise, right? Like even the red reapers, you know, those are 1.4, 1.5 at on a good fucking day. You know what I mean? So for this to be in the 800 seems about right. Wow. It's just, that's an immaculate pepper. Gary, Lone Star Mastiffs, well done. Well done. Perfect phenotype for a mustard reaper. All the ones I've ever had, very, very similar to what this particular pepper looked like. Beautiful color, a beautiful flavor. I've never had a mustard reaper that was that sweet. And let me know, anybody that catches this video, if you guys have experienced that maybe, and if you think that is due to it possibly being underripe. But I've also heard from other friends and reviewers and different people that late season peppers can be, you know, the flavors are pronounced a little bit more in late season pods than they are in earlier regular season or in season type pods. So I guess that's what I'm experiencing, you know, drastically here, is that pepper was just overly sweet, like I said, almost sugary sweet, which is really odd for me with mustard pods. So anyways, when I'm done yapping, that heat's not going anywhere from where it's at, but I've got a nice lingering mustard flavored pepper. And I don't mean mustard as in the condiment, I mean mustard, just earthy, gritty, nice mustard, super hot flavor, but there's a sweetness to it, and it's carrying all throughout the mouth and the palate. It's just phenomenal. It's one of those marvels, you know, in the chili pepper world, that pepper right there alone will bring me back. Not that I needed it to, you know what I mean? But that's a pepper that'll bring someone back. If somebody eats that and they were like at ghost pepper level heat, and they kind of maybe don't like floral, or they don't like floral, and they don't like that chinense red, and they don't whatever, and they've never experienced a pepper with some good heat to it, but not over the top, you know, like I said, ghost pepper level heat is where we're at here. But if the first time tasting something like that, like I said, I've tasted it similar, but even for me, being something that over dramatically sweet and just jaw dropping flavor, I mean, I can't get over it. I mean, it's I'm still trying to put it together in just exactly what I just tasted there. I mean, the hottest pepper I ate this season still happened to be a mustard pepper this year. That was surprising to me. That is still surprising to me right now, sitting here today. And I first ate that pepper in July, right? Whatever it was, maybe early August, whatever. And here I am now talking about, I've always liked the flavor of mustard peppers, right? But I like that gritty, earthy, I guess sometimes a little bitter profile. And that's what I get from mustards, right? But if I can get mustards that have that with that sweetness, this is game over. This is game over, man. Anyways, I'm out, y'all. I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble and geek out over a pepper, but I mean, from the looks of that pepper, it was calling my name when I first opened that box. It was calling my name today. These are the first peppers I've eaten out of that new box today. And it was calling my name, and I said, I'm just going to do it. And wow.